This is an audio test.
Squawk!
Oh, I want to be able to...
Oh,
like, I can just put it low.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome.
This is...
Our porch.
Yeah.
But it's also... Movie Book Club.
Yeah.
This is season 2 / the YouTube season.
Yeah, we discussed it.
Yes. Yeah, we came so prepared for this one.
Mm-hmm.
We did like 3 minutes of talking before this.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're talking about one movie per week now, and
Dropped it because nobody wants to sit through like 80 minutes of.
And it's
talking
it's
about
going to
a
be
movie.
easier for us to just like
Watch
leisurely
one
watch
movie.
one movie during
Yeah.
the week.
I
We
mean-
have busy lives.
I mean, I feel like the luxury of being able to watch 2 movies in a week is not like strenuous.
Not at all, but it's
But-
going to let us focus on this
on
and
a specific movie.
focus on the audience. Give them what.
Give the.
But yeah,
people
we're
what
also
they
in.
want.
As you can see, we're in one place
together
now. We'll probably
again.
do most of these on the porch. The porch is nice.
Yeah, I think it's a good look.
Cool.
So we're talking about The Social Network.
Yes.
Yeah.
With Mark Zuckerberg.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg, Justin Timberlake,
What's his name?
Army Palmer, Army Hammer, Army Hammer. I didn't know it was Army Hammer until the credits rolled.
How could you not?
I don't know.
It
I
looks
loved
exactly
it.
like him.
I loved it.
Who's the other guy?
What are you talking about?
Who
other
plays
twin?
Eduardo Sanchez? What's his name?
Spider-Man. Andrew. I almost said Simon and Garfunkel. Andrew Garfield.
Garfield. Yeah.
Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
Simon
Nice. An appearance by what's her name? She's in.
From Sweet Life Zen Cody.
Yeah, what's her name?
London Tipton.
London Tipton.
We don't know her actual name.
Oh,
That was hilarious. that she
Wendy
turned into
Wu. Wendy
Wen-
Wu. That's her name. Yeah.
Are you sure? There was definitely a movie, Wendy Wu.
I'm gonna look really bad if that's not the case.
I think she played Wendy Wu.
Okay.
In a movie.
Brenda Song.
Brenda Song, that's her name.
But she played Wendy Wu.
Wendy Wu.
So it's okay. Right? That's
Yeah,
okay.
that's
All
fine.
right, cool.
I'll give you a pass.
If Wendy Wu was another person,
Yeah.
that would be
Yes.
bad. Okay, let's get to the movie.
Yeah, alright.
I'll go first.
The Social Network. I really like this movie. Am I talking to you or the camera?
Talk to the camera. I mean, you can talk to me.
I'm gonna change it up. I really like this movie. This whole list, the movie book club.
That is the name of the channel.
I've said before, is just movies I haven't seen. I had never seen this movie. I don't know why. It came on Netflix a month or 2 ago, so I put it on the list. I really like this movie. I love the acting. I knew of the story of the founding of Facebook, but not into this much detail. And obviously, we'll talk about it more. It's like not all true, but I really like the acting. I really liked the flow of the story. So we're out of 0 out of 3
Decimals
with
included?
decimals included.
Did you forget how this works?
No. I didn't know if it was out of 2. Out of 3. It's been a while. We've been on a lead.
You're right.
2.57.
Wow.
2.57. Yeah, I like this movie. It was good.
Cool. I also like this movie. This is my 3rd or 4th watch. The first time I saw it was at my friend's birthday party in middle school. We went and saw The Social Network. Weird birthday party, I have to say.
I was at the theaters.
Yeah, like that's
Nice.
what it was. But yeah, I think it's a great movie. I'm like a Jesse Eisenberg fanboy, so any movie that he's in, I pretty much like, even if it's terrible. Yeah, I really like this movie. I agree, the flow of it is really good. I think the pacing is great. There's like a few scenes that I really enjoy, like that the first scene where he's running on campus. I think that's great.
Well, after the coffee shop.
Yeah.
That is a really cool scene.
Yeah, but when they're at that bar and he's talking to
Yeah, it was a bar. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great scene. I think that like set up, like
There's
you just like learn so much about
Yeah.
like Mark Zuckerberg and how Jesse Eisenberg portrayed
Yeah,
him like
totally.
in that scene. It was
There's
just like,
a YouTube.
wow, he's not cool at all.
There's a YouTube video that I didn't watch because it came on my feed before I watched the movie. I didn't want to spoil
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But it was breaking down that first scene and like talking about how the director really played that narrative like it was like a song.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll watch
Why
it.
don't you watch
I'll link
it?
it. I'll
and
link
then
it.
Throw
I'll
it in
link
the,
it.
Throw it in the.
But you were saying your score.
No, it's okay. I really like this movie. I think I'm gonna give it like a 2.5, like a straight 2.5. Really solid movie. I think in the context of the other movies that we've seen, that's why I'm giving it a 2.5.
I think.
Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about like specifics of it.
I think it's good to talk about why you give it like not a 3. So I'm gonna say I give it a 2.57 because of the story. It's not an original story.
Yeah.
I think obviously there's a lot of like biopics and like these type of movies out, but it wasn't like a revolutionary movie the way like it dealt with the story really well, but it just played it. It was good. Like
Yeah.
it was unoffensive. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jesse Eisenberg played Mark Zuckerberg really well. Let's just talk about that. Like,
yeah.
he with
did a
all
great
his
job.
ticks. Did he get awards for this?
I don't know. I think he was. I would imagine he was nominated.
Yeah.
I don't know if he won or not.
Super.
We should probably do some more research before we go into these, but it's fine.
We're gonna do every episode's gonna have more and more research because
yeah.
this was the promise for the new season.
Was it? Did we promise that?
I think we mentioned that too.
We probably mentioned it, yeah.
So not a promise, a mention.
I definitely mentioned that I should probably learn the names of the characters.
Yeah, I don't have
and
my
the cast.
laptop in front of me now.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna have
Yikes.
index cards. and that's my intro to the.
We should just get a teleprompter.
But yeah, the way he portrayed Mark
Yeah.
was really good. I think when he was first creating when he broke up with his girlfriend and then he started creating face mash.
Amazing.
He just was like a derailed train.
Yeah.
Like literally, obviously he was a little drunk, and it was like the year that it was, so he was just stupidly. Oh, and what was he like in school? Freshman or sophomore?
Sophomore.
He was a sophomore in college, so like he was blogging about dumb shit, and like no one's gonna see this. And he was just, I don't know, like a derailed train making this software, and like
He could have been
Andrew Garfield's, I think it was sophomore. Andrew Garfield's character was like the responsible one. It was like, we should probably take this down before it crashes Harvard's servers. He was just like silent. He was like, no.
Yeah, I think I just want to like speak to that. I really like how they set up the relationship of those two characters like so early on in the movie. Like that first scene, you like instantly know who Mark Zuckerberg is in this, as he's portrayed in the film, and then in that scene you instantly know his relationship with Eduardo, and I like
Totally.
I don't like even without knowing what happened with Facebook, I feel like you could watch that movie and see like in that scene, oh, this is definitely going to become a problem later on.
100%.
And in a movie that's based off of true events, I think it's good how obvious they are with it, because like everybody knows the story, so might as well set it up to tell the story, you know?
Yeah.
Like if it was like if it was more like nuanced, I feel like it wouldn't be as engaging, you know?
I'm really glad it wasn't one of those circle back films. Like we've seen so many of
So
those
many.
lately. I'm glad it's just
Directors, writers,
linear.
quit doing that shit. Like
It's good sometimes.
it's good sometimes, I agree.
But like everyone knows Facebook and you don't need it.
Babble, trash.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that Justin Timberlake did a great job in this movie.
Yeah.
Although I was telling John that the real person that he portrays, I can't remember his name. Sorry, everyone. But the real person that he portrays, the founder of Napster, is actually not like that at all, and is actually
He's a nice guy.
A nice guy from what I read, the extensive reading that. All right, so Sean Parker, who is portrayed by Justin Timberlake. Mm-hmm. We're discussing whether the real Sean Parker.
He's mean in the movie.
The real Sean Parker in real life is actually a decent human being, and the Sean Parker in the movie is an asshole, for sure, right?
I wouldn't say he's an asshole. I would say he's like a very like all business entrepreneur type.
Yeah.
Like he plays that really well. Like
he does.
He knows how to get money. Like I really like the scene. We're gonna go back to it in a second, but I really like the scene where Mark is looking at his business card that says "I'm CEO, bitch." I really love that scene because that's after Sean Parker got like arrested, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh wow, who am I? Like, am I Sean Parker or am I like this nice guy Mark Zuckerberg?" Yeah.
Who I mean, I would argue that Mark Zuckerberg is an unfeeling robot.
Oh, totally. Okay,
so maybe
well,
not
better,
a nice guy.
better. Who am I? Like, am I more Eduardo or am I more Sean Parker?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
And I love.
It's like angel and devil on his shoulders. Yeah.
I really, just to like speak to like Eduardo and Sean type thing. I really, really like all of the scenes of the litigation.
Yes.
I think those are great because I guess it's not a fully linear story.
Oh, it cuts back. I'm just really glad the first scene of the movie wasn't the final scene.
No, I agree with that. But
if Sean Parker was nice, I think the movie would have played out well. Maybe not as like Hollywood, but there wouldn't have been this tension between Sean and Eduardo.
And then kind of Mark in the middle, I guess, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I think that you lose a lot of the drama, and it's not as entertaining.
I love when Eduardo shows up to the California house like drenched in rain, and
Pissed
Sean
off.
answers the door.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, what's up? Okay, that's one of my gripes with the movie. Is just like Sean being across the street.
Oh,
in California.
Was that? I want to know. That's definitely.
I would have rather
terrible.
I would
movie
have
magic
rather
there.
Mark just called him.
Yeah.
Like obviously that didn't actually happen.
You never know.
I would be pissed if that actually happened.
Why would you? Then it would make sense.
I know. That's why I'd be pissed.
But yeah, what else can we talk about?
I think just the characters are really strong in this. So like Armie Hammer's character, the twins characters,
and whoever that other dude is.
And that other dude, he was a good character, but he always felt like a little like
he was annoying,
just attached to just like the third leg.
But do you think it's more because of who portrayed the fact that it's Armie Hammer? Kind of a thing.
Armie Hammer is very
like he has a presence.
Yes.
Like that other dude does not have a presence.
His voice is so nice.
Yeah. Armie Hammer's great.
I love their story. The twins and how they're like these Harvard boys and that's why the one doesn't like sue him after a while, and then they're just all like fuck it.
Because we're men of Harvard, and the other dudes are like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I liked that they all weren't like that. They were like there was back and forth. What do you think about the scene where the twins go to the president of Harvard?
Oh, I love that scene. It's great.
So cool.
I really like how that the president kind of puts these kids in their place. Like
we're not sponsored by Bud Light.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we should have got taped it over.
Sorry.
But I really like how, like, they're very these are, like, obviously like multi-generational Harvard attendants, and definitely I'm imagining men of like family wealth.
Oh yeah,
and I just
they go over that.
I just love how the president of Harvard like puts these motherfuckers in their place.
Yeah, and oh my god, the president's dialogue with his assistant, just like looking over, it's like, can you hit me in the face? Like, and they're just like, what? Disrespect from our savior, like.
Yeah. No, it's great. I was just gonna say that I really like how the director handled the story of the Winklevoss twins. I almost said Winklevoss. The Winklevoss twins. I really like how he handled it. Like, I think there was just enough to understand the story, but it didn't become like a story about.
Yeah, we didn't get like flashbacks of their childhood or anything.
Like,
it wasn't too much. Yeah, that's a really good point.
And like, this is obviously at its core a story about Mark Zuckerberg and the founding of Facebook. Like, yes, they're all supporting characters in this kind of crazy story, but they don't overpower.
Yeah, I think that's one thing the director did really well, is introducing all the supporting characters. Like, you get the girlfriend in the first scene, and then you get Andrew Garfield, and he's not one of the roommates, but he walks in just like he's been there a million times, so you see that relationship. And then you see like Mark's relationship with his roommates, and just like with other people and like girls and stuff. And then the twins. Yeah.
I imagine that Mark Zuckerberg would be pissed at this movie.
Yeah, that's also something I was thinking about.
It portrays him as a jealous, dishonest, bad friend.
He was an asshole during all the hearings.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, and do you think it actually happened this way when when Eduardo and him were pitching to the advertising firm? Do you think he actually was like just being an asshole? Like,
probably, I would imagine so. I don't really know. Maybe that was just like more of like the writers and them like over embellishing how against Mark was with all the advertising, just because obviously that was probably a sticking point, but it makes it way more entertaining to see it like that instead of them like just yelling, like arguing with each other, kind of a thing, you know?
Totally. So I think that's another interesting thing to talk about, is just like all of Mark's like little tiny things that he does like during all the hearings where he's just like disinterested, and then obviously he like says straight out, like the one guy asks like, do you think I deserve your attention? And he says like, I actually don't think you. That's crazy.
I think you deserve a minimal amount of my attention.
Yeah,
it's great.
I do love all his retorts though. Like,
they're great.
They put everyone in their place.
Yeah. And I think that like casting Jesse Eisenberg in that role was like perfect. Yeah. Because he like, that's kind of like, from all of the films that I've seen with him in it, like probably excluding Zombieland, that's like how he delivers lines. Like, that's exactly how he delivers lines. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. With
fanboy. I said fanboy.
with Mark just like being an asshole during the hearings, I think it's a really nice arc that we kind of get introduced to this this like temp character. I mean, she's like shadowing
Rashida
the
Jones?
hearings. Yes.
She is a paralegal.
She's a paralegal, and she's just like, she's in on it. Like, her boss wanted her there. I think she's a really, really important character.
Yeah.
Was that him?
Yeah, that was.
Wow.
That was my dog.
I think Rashida Jones is a really important character because she just kind of like puts into words like things that Mark might be like internally thinking. And when she, at the very end of the movie, delivers the line, I don't think you're an asshole, I just think you're trying too hard to be one.
Yeah.
That was it, right?
Yeah, it was something along those lines.
And then Mark ends the movie waiting on the request from his ex-girlfriend. That was awesome.
Oh, I love that scene where Eduardo like walks over, where he's like pissed off that he like lost all of his shares in the company.
Oh my god!
Sean,
Yes.
and Sean Parker's like, he's wired in, and he's like,
Is he?
And he just slams the laptop.
That was a great scene for Andrew Garfield.
Great scene.
Holy shit, he would have fun with that.
Yeah.
And then he gets to pretend punch Justin. He's like, I love standing next to you, dude. Makes me feel tough.
Yeah. Dude, that's great. Rewatching it felt really short, which I think was a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, it felt like it ended, and I was like, wow, that like
it was like an
feel...
hour and 50-minute movie.
Yeah, but it didn't. But there was so much packed into it, but it didn't feel long.
Gotcha.
And I think that's
and it didn't feel rushed either.
Yeah, it felt like very well timed out and like very concise, but it had a lot of content in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that makes this movie really, really, really good, because it's based off of real events. Like, if this was like fake or whatever, I feel like I would kind of want a little bit more. But the fact that it is so concise, but it has a lot of information in it.
Yeah, if it wasn't based on a real story, you would have just gotten thrown into this, like, what's happening? Who is this guy?
Exactly.
But from the start, it's like, I had no idea about Face Smash, or I bet a lot of people didn't.
No, I'm sure they did.
And so that was
also
like,
hilarious. Like, I know it's so misogynistic,
obviously very
and
wrong.
It's terrible.
But the
it's
fact
fun.
that he coded this thing like in a night, and
In
the
a night,
algorithm was
yeah.
on his dorm window,
Yeah.
and that hearing he went to, he was just like, he was like big man on campus the whole time, and like the way he talked to the head of security. Yeah. Any final thoughts?
Social Network, good stuff. Like this movie, I definitely recommend it. If, like, I think the way that they handled a true story was good, and I think it's a good example of a movie based off true events.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, like, we found, like, Sean Parker was nice, and maybe Mark wasn't such an asshole, but it made for a good movie, and most of it was true. And I mean, yeah, you can hate Mark Zuckerberg, that's fine.
I mean, you can hate him for a lot of other reasons.
All I was thinking about during this whole movie was just the picture of his alien face in those Supreme Court hearings, where he's like trying to drink water, and the memes of him like when Mark tries to be a human, and his like. And didn't he have to sit on like books or something during?
I honestly have.
Oh my god! All right, we'll see you guys.
Bye.